let's just address the elephant in the room. I am nervous. I'm like the newest of the CAA babies. I just got signed in March, so. I did not write anything down. I'm gonna just talk to y'all from the heart. Deep breath. Okay, so I'm gonna share with you guys a story of just a journey I've been on. It is June 11th. My story literally is not even 4 months old. This all started February 14th. So here's what happened. For those of you who don't know, I had the bright idea to take my phone, hold it up to my face, no hair, don't care, no makeup, nothing. And I told the story of how I met, dated, married, and divorced my ex-husband. And I called it, who the F did I marry? It ended up being a 50-part series on TikTok. It was 10 minutes each, 500 minutes, 8 hours. So yes, you could watch the entire series at work. And it all started from a sense of I went through something traumatic and I have got to get it out. Like it was eating at me. So I told the story, uploaded the first part February 14th. By February 17th, was finished with all 50 parts. I was dedicated to getting it out. And here's what happened. If you had asked me on February 13th, Risa, what does your community look like? I would have said my community is my family, it's my friends, it's my crazy coworkers that I work with every day. It's people who look like me. It's people who I've been through stuff with them, tried and true. It's people who understand me, who get me. But I would have told you my community is small. Well, fast forward, by February 17th, all 50 parts were up. And I will tell you guys, starting around February 18th, I went through one of the darkest, loneliest periods of my life. I put the story out there, and I watched as I got torn apart online. Everything from, well, did you see what she looks like? Like, obviously, she should expect to get played. To people calling me a big bag, to clout chasing, to everything but a daughter of the child of God. So it was a very difficult time. And during that time, my friends, my family, my coworkers, they were not heavy on social media. So they actually had no idea what was really going on about how this story went viral. And I found myself that week between February 18th and 25th where I truly felt like I was the only person on earth who's ever dealt with betrayal. Now, that may sound crazy, but here's why I felt that way. All I saw was negative. All I heard was negative. All I was reading was negative. So it felt like I was standing alone. And when I put this story out there, my goal in my heart was to help at least one person. Just learn from the mistakes that I made. But I didn't see that one person. I didn't see anybody. I saw nothing but attack after attack after attack. I found myself watching TikTok lives for 5 hours of women who've never met me, just completely dragging me. And it was hard. Even when you see me on Good Morning America with Robin Roberts, inside I was crumbling because I knew I put the story out there and this was my experience, but I wasn't prepared for the loneliness. But then, around February 26th, something changed. And what changed was I finally saw a comment where a woman said, "I'm the one that you helped." And I remember thinking, oh, sweet Jesus, thank you. Thank you, God, that there's at least one person who understood. Well, that one turned into more. and it turned into even more. And then I started seeing videos of people saying, look, I love me some Risatista. I ride with Risatista. And it made me feel so good. And in that moment, this is what I learned. My community is not the people who I see every single day. My community is actually made up of all shapes, colors, genders, ethnicities. I have learned that the people who will ride with you and the people who support you and the people who will stand by you may not even be people you've ever met, but they identify with your story. And one of the things that I've learned that I'm so grateful for is that when you stop and put your story out there and people listen, you never know who you're helping. I also realize, even with this whole CAA Amplify, that it's such a blessing for me to pay it forward to listen to someone else's story. Even last night, I had the chance to sit at the most amazing table, shout out to table 18, where we had an opportunity to share our embarrassing stories. And I've made it a mission where I'm going to stop and actually listen to people and stand with them. Because one of the things that I realize is you never know whose life you may be changing and whose life you may be saving by giving your time and your energy to listen to their story, to their experience. Not every story is going to be put on TikTok, 50 parts. That's okay. But everyone has a story. Everyone has an experience. And so I'm grateful for the fact that even though I am a newbie, I'm so honestly humbled by the fact that I can stand here and tell you that I've had the opportunity to find out I have a community in Asia, I have a community in Africa, I have a community in Australia. I may not get a chance to meet those people, but I know they stand with me. I know that they identify with what I went through because they may have gone through it, or they know someone else who went through it. And I just encourage all of you, take a moment while you're here and listen to the stories of the person next to you, the person behind you, whoever. Because you never know what an impact you will make by just giving them your time.